Sal and Harrison, your businesses have grown so across so many different types of things. We met you as a video blogger.
Yep.
Now, what business is that you're involved in?
Well, we found a way to highlight basically businesses in our area that we feel that go above and beyond for their clientele. So
On Staten Island?
On Staten Island,
Okay.
Brooklyn, the whole tri-state area.
Okay.
We've gone as far as Atlantic City and Manhattan here, East 57th Street, Quality Italian restaurant over there. We did a best chicken parm in the city. And all votes went there, so we went there. They opened the place up for us, very hospitable, and just stuff like that. It started a while ago, this whole venture.
A couple of years ago or more?
A couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, the video started and the following, and it just just grew exponentially from there.
So you do a video on the best chicken restaurant. And they pay you and you distribute it. What's the business model here?
There's no pay. We don't pay for the food. Our business model is, we like to call it, top of mind marketing. People know what we do. We're in the mortgage business by trade. We're mortgage bankers.
That's the key. This is not
key.
your main business.
No, this is not our main business. We do this for fun. They say if you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. Well, we couldn't find a way to love mortgages, so we found a way to love what we do and make money at the same time, basically.
How? Tell us more. Explain this secret to us, please.
Okay. Well, it's all about being in front of the right amount of people, being personable. All things considered equal, people want to do business with people they like and assimilate to. Everybody assimilates to food, especially where we live, on Staten Island, and the tri-state area in general. So, when we first started this, we called it Shout Out Fridays, where we would just thank all the people who did business with us, attorneys, accountants, realtors, so on and so forth. And we saw, we had 100 views the first time. We're high-fiving in the office. We thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. So next week, we tried to get 200 views. So we actually went to this little-known restaurant in Brooklyn that makes a specialty sandwich, let's just say. So we went there. We did a video there. The video got 60,000 views. 60,000 people watched this video. And our phone started ringing for mortgages. I saw the video. By the way, my next door neighbor needs this, or my sister's a realtor. So, we just thought it was a one-off at the time. But as the videos kept progressing and the restaurants kept getting bigger and the challenges and all this other stuff that we did started growing, so did our mortgage business. So we saw that, the top-of-mind marketing, once again, that we call it, was just, staying in front of everybody's face once a week, letting them see our true personality, not just 4 + 4 is 8, I'm your mortgage guy. We wanted them to like us, basically.
So this started by you simply doing something that is standard and popular in radio and advertising, giving a shout out to our local clients.
Yes, that's exactly what we did.
And a whole side business started from just doing that.
It grew a whole life of itself. We were doing it to have fun and just say thank you. And before you knew it, we had restaurants contacting us and, clients calling during the week, hey, where's the next shout out going to be? And
yeah, well, now we're under pressure. Now we have to do it, and we have to, top it. We've rode horses on the beach. We had helicopters do maneuvers with us in it. We were in the front car of the Cyclone, holding the phone.
The helicopter wasn't my favorite. Once he figured out that he was being videoed, he started doing some stunt work. And
so as the crowd grew, so did the things we did. Jumping out of plane is in the near future.
This is to sell mortgages?
Yes. Believe it or not, at the end of the day, that's exactly what it does. It sells mortgages.
Why don't you start selling ads on your videos? We've got another revenue stream here.
Yeah. Well, we felt at the time, we may get into that eventually, but we felt at the time we weren't doing it for that. We're not in that for that. We do very well with the mortgages, and since we've done the videos, we've done weller. Even better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So, we haven't dwelled into that yet, but it is something we're thinking about. People have come to us. They wanted us to, just promote their restaurant. But if I don't like the food, I'm not going to promote the food.
And it can't be fake. What we say is the truth. If we don't like it, we're going to say it.
And I was just going to ask you, tell us both what you have learned about being good on video so that people pay attention to you on video.
Bringing a lot of energy to it, a lot of positivity, relating to people, and really just having fun with it. That's the truth. We're not fake. We have a good time when we're doing these videos, and people can see that. You know, we're not on there talking about mortgages and APRs. Nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody wants to
You
hear
know, we're
that.
just two
Although we
guys
do
having a
that
good
once in a
time.
while. We do the mortgage minute, and we'll do just a quick rundown in that minute. Then we'll tell them when we're doing the shout out.
The views are much lower on that.
Yeah,
though.
to touch on what he said, but it's all about the energy. You put that smile on, and then everything's live. We do everything live. It's all we stream live. So if we make a mistake, they have to understand. And we've made a few.
Yeah.
When do you stream live? Is there a certain time of day?
Yeah, we do 12:30 every Friday. We do shout out Fridays.
And where can people stream it live?
They'll see it on YouTube, but on our Facebook page, on my Facebook page, Salvatore Criscuolo.
And how about if they Google Breakthrough Club? What's
They'll
that?
get to it there too. That's one of our pages that we have.
Sal's Breakthrough Club.
Yep.
So that would be a good way to find
That'd be definitely a good
12:30 New York time Fridays.
Yep. Fridays.
It's live. You
Yeah.
guys are daring.
Yeah.
And how long do the shout-outs go?
Not too long because you don't want to lose their attention, and you could lose their attention to videos.
10 or
So
12
we've noticed
minutes?
7 to 10 minutes.
7
is
to
the
10.
sweet spot.
You guys are going to have joke writers.
Yes.
I mean, do you plan it pretty well?
we.
Yes and no?
He'll tell you it's in here.
Yeah, it just kind of comes out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's always funny. It's always a good
It's
time.
always funny. Yeah.
It's always funny, but you never know what's going to be said. That's the fun of being live, and that's why people watch. You
Yeah,
never
they
know
like
what's
the
gonna-
live, yes.
Yeah, they never know what's
And we
gonna happen.
interact with them. They can interact with us while we're doing it.
Absolutely.
This is wonderful. And I don't even want to talk about mortgages now.
Me neither.
Neither do I.
But it works.
But rates are down. Oh.
But
It works. Yes, it works. That's
is it
the
a
thing.
good time to
It
buy
works.
a house?
It's a
Right?
great time.
It's a great time to buy a house. None for sale, but
Just don't call on Friday around 12:30.
Yeah, we're busy. We're a little busy at that time.
let's just talk about that for a moment. We had a story the other day about the real estate business that, and the room falls silent. Some people are so cautious now, they're renting the house for a year or two before they decide to buy it. We had a story out of Hoboken where somebody was about to buy a condo in a building in Hoboken, and just before they bought it, the penthouse came on, and it was larger and a better unit for $25,000 more.
Okay.
So they negotiated with the penthouse owner to buy the better apartment, which I thought, I love this story, for the price that the
The other one was.
the less good one was going to sell for. So tell us what's going on in the real estate market now. What's the situation?
Well, there's a lot of chaos right now in the real estate market. It went from being a seller's market to what they were calling it a buyer's market. Once they started calling it a buyer's market, obviously values start to level off. However, once rates came back down again after everything that happened with China and all of that stuff, the 10-year note, which governs the long-term rates. But once that started, now it's going back into the seller's market. So it's really on the fence right now, waiting on the next, I'm not going to get into politics, but waiting on the next political statement, I'll say, to move rates. The Fed is raising rates, those rates, bank-to-bank rates, but that trickles down to us in time.
See, the demand is there to buy.
Yes.
But why is there this shortage of houses for sale? Have people decided to age in place and stay where they are? Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
that's exactly what happened, and you have to understand. There's just so many people, so it gets diluted at time. A lot of people have made that move over the last 2 years. We saw a spike. I think it was something like 340% in homes that were purchased in the tri-state area, according to National Association of Realtors. We've seen that transition. Now you have the younger people, the millennials. Now they're starting to look and starting to figure it out, but they see the stress and pain on their parents' face and paying mortgages and foreclosures that happened recently, that they're scared, so they're looking to rent. I've had these conversations with them. So it's scary buying and owning your first home, but first-time home buyers are starting to now come back into the market again.
And you, or maybe both of you, learned mortgages on Wall Street?
I learned on Wall Street.
Sal did, yeah. So many of the business owners we have in here have worked on Wall Street. It's unbelievable what you must. It's good to work there for a while. You must learn an amazing amount.
You do learn an amazing amount, and just passing a Series 7 you learn a lot. It's a really hard. It's the second hardest test next to the bar exam. So just reading that book, you learn a lot. And usually after you read that book and you take that test, you don't want to be in the business anymore. So you get the knowledge and you move on.
And you move on, but you have Wall Street on your
resume.
credentials.
Yes.
What's the best tactic for getting through on the phone to somebody you want to reach who you're having trouble reaching?
Oh, you tell them you're from Publishers Clearinghouse, I would think.
I'm standing outside with a check for $1 million. You know, it's just a numbers game.
It's a numbers game.
You know, the more people you try, the more success you're gonna have.
That's the secret. Keep
Yeah.
dialing.
Yeah, smile and dial.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's not a one-off. The best people we've had have been the cultivation program, we call it, because we cultivate them. Sure, they can't buy a house now, but let's put a plan together at no cost to them. Let's put a plan together so you can buy a house in 5 years, 4 years. You know, we do a lot of business with sanitation. They don't hit top pay till their 5th year. So wait, you know, just there's certain ways to talk to people and figure out, you know, what they need and hold their hand a little bit.
And don't have to sell it today.
Yes, you
You
don't have to do
can't
no,
pressure
no,
them.
no way.
Here,
No,
close
not at
this
all.
now. It's going to go up tomorrow.
On your biggest investment of your life.
Yeah, no.